This is your daily tarot and guidance reading. My name is TJ, and today is February 8th, 2022. This is a pick a card style reading, and we have the Angel Oracle deck and the Smith White Tarot deck in a Game of Thrones theme. There are 3 different groups here, and each group is represented by a different stone. The first reading from the first group will be represented by the Green Aventurine stone, and this helps to stimulate willpower and confidence, as well as protect one's home. The second reading from the second group will be from the Tiger's Eye, and the Tiger's Eye helps to deal with anxiety and bring harmony and peace. And the third reading from the third group will be represented by the Rose Quartz, and this represents unconditional love in all forms. If you would like, you can go into the description box below and hit on the link direct to your reading, or you can also take a moment to pause the video and see which stone resonates with you or which grouping. All right. Let's get started with the first reading, and that is from the Green Aventurine group. I wonder what you have in store today. All right, so you have the Angel Oracle card Ask, and here you have an angel on their knees, and they're praying. And this card says, ask us to help you in this situation, and we will immediately go to work on your behalf. We are governed by many universal laws, and among them is the free will that allows you to make your own choices and decisions. So we patiently await your request. So you have that card in combination with the Two of Swords and the Knight of Coins. Now the Two of Swords could represent procrastination. It could represent having to make a choice, but one in which you have to do it quickly. And it could represent also having to face somebody, an opponent of sorts. So you have this in combination with the Knight of Coins, and this is, oh my goodness, this is Brienne of Tarth, and she is upon a horse. And this card can represent projects in their infancy and something that is a pretty good option. So today, Green Aventurine group, I am getting the impression with everything, taking everything into consideration, that there is something in which you don't feel like you have everything that you would like in order to make a decision. Maybe there's a business that you want to pursue or a course of study or something, and you don't feel like you have all of the information or you have the capacity to deal with it. You're being encouraged to ask for help, because there is someone or something that is pretty steadfast, that is pretty solid, in which that could help you and bring upon success for whatever it is that you are wanting to do, for whatever it is that you are being presented with. So, you know, there's no shame in asking for help. And as someone else can aid us, we can also aid others in the future. And you know what it's like when you help somebody, when you come from a genuine place. It feels good to share your knowledge, share your experience, and to share your energy to help bring somebody from one place to a next in whatever capacity that might be. So for you to also receive that type of energy is a beautiful thing, right? Oftentimes we like to give that type of input, that type of energy, but sometimes it can be difficult to ask for it. We don't want to burden people. We don't want people to think that we're incompetent, but it isn't about that. It's about everybody, you know, living up to their strengths and taking advantage to improve ourselves by learning and gaining from those around us as well. So Green Aventurine group, today again, I'm getting the impression that you're being presented with an option. And it might be something in which you don't feel like you are a master or you have all the information about. You're being encouraged to ask someone for help because you have someone around you or something around you that can really provide you with assistance. And this person or this thing is a very good source. They're loyal. They'll help you in a very honest and positive way. So Green Aventurine group, I hope you have a wonderful day, and I hope that you get help with whatever it is that you could use assistance with, or you see the value in those around you that could help to bring you up as well. If you enjoyed this reading and you felt like it resonated with you, please hit the like button, come back for more, subscribe if you would like, and have a great day. If you would like, listen to the rest of the readings as well. Hey, why not? Let's move on to the second reading, and that is from the Tiger's Eye group. Okay, so Tiger's Eye, your Angel Oracle card is clearly well loved. I've had this deck for a long time and I like it, so we're going to keep using it. not wasting paper. And it says, what do you desire? This card in detail says, you now have the opportunity to write the script according to your heart's true desires. Once you clearly decide upon your true desires and know that you're ready and deserving of them, they'll rush into your life as if by magic. So you have this in combination with the moon in reverse. And the moon in reverse is an illustration of the moon door of House Aaron, where, people have flown. Now, as you know, for some of you, this is a Game of Thrones themes deck. So if you're curious about the moon door, I suppose you can Google it. Now you have, this represents buried emotions a lot of the time. And you have this in combination with the strength card, which can demonstrate a strength, test of character and having to be formidable in times of challenge or stress. So as I look at the Tiger's Eye, as I look at this entire reading, I'm getting the impression today, Tiger's Eye group, that there's something that you want, and for some reason it's bringing you a sense of stress or anxiety. Perhaps part of that stress and anxiety has to deal with this desire being something that is truly for you as an individual as opposed to other people. Maybe you don't want to feel like you're being selfish. Maybe you're used to always putting other people first. But whatever it is, you really need to hone into that, because you don't want to have buried resentment for not being able to express express or receive whatever it is that you want to desire, that you do desire. If you're not able to get those emotions out in healthy ways or go for them, it could manifest, in our minds and weigh heavy on our hearts. So today you're being encouraged to have that strength to really go for what it is that you desire, what it is that you're yearning for. Be honest with yourself and, dig out those true wants, those true needs, bring them to light, release yourself of that anxiety, release yourself of that stress, and have the strength to be able to nourish yourself, because you're worth it. It's okay to come first. It's okay to want what it is that you want, and it's okay to go for it. You shouldn't feel guilt about it. If you're coming from a loving place, you're coming from a positive place. And if you feel like it isn't something that's positive, then find the strength in order to process those feelings around that desire in a way that's healthy, maybe through talking to somebody, maybe through exerting energy, like through exercise or martial arts, maybe through being creative, painting, writing. But there's something that you want, and I'm getting the sense that this desire, for whatever reason, is causing you stress. Life is about living. Life is about, getting those things and those feelings that we want, especially if they're positive, right? We shouldn't have to bury those. If you have a passion, I hope you're not burying it. I hope you have the strength of self to put yourself in a position where you're able to, express what it is that you need to express. Do what it is that you need to do. You don't want that to weigh heavy on your heart and your mind. You have the potential to bring about a desire, one that's emotionally tied. Be strong for you. Find a way to express it and let that feed your mind, let that feed your heart as opposed to drain it of its energy. Tiger's Eye group, go for it. Go for it. You're strong enough. You can. You can dedicate the focus. You can dedicate the effort. You can transfer that energy from those buried emotions into something beautiful that only feeds your heart's desires, your true heart's desires. And I hope you have a wonderful time doing that today. If you enjoy this reading, feel free to give me a like. That way I know that you're enjoying it. And if you would like, come back for more. I hope you have a great day, Tiger's Eye group. Let's move on to the last reading. And that is from the third reading. That's from the Rose Quartz group. Let's see what you guys have in store today. So your angel oracle card is there's nothing to worry about. And here you have an angel amongst the vastness of the universe, holding a dove with a rainbow. And we have an atom symbol, I think, or something like that. If you know exactly what the symbol is, let me know in the comments below. And this card says, you are safe, and this situation is under perfect control of divine providence and universal order. Only infuse loving thoughts and emotions into the situation to ensure that the highest possible outcome flows effortlessly to and through you. There's nothing to worry about. Is there something weighing on your mind? I can see that there is. It's weighing on your heart too, perhaps. Rose Quartz group, I'm getting the impression, due to you having the Seven of Spears in reverse, which can mean feelings of wasted effort, and reverse, and having the Seven of Coins upright, which means your efforts are worth it. They just take time, just like gardening. Here you have a person tending to a garden. And when you start a garden at the beginning of a season, you have seeds. Perhaps you start those seeds inside. Eventually, you transplant them to whatever it is, the earth. You water them. You weed the area. They grow bit by bit. Eventually, they have their blossoms and they have their fruit, and then you can reap. These things don't happen overnight. So I'm getting the impression that you're worried about something that you've been putting effort into, a great deal of effort into. You're feeling that your efforts have been wasted, but you're being encouraged not to worry. You're coming from love. There's love in your heart. You're using positive energy here, and that energy is not being wasted. Sometimes things take time. And once you invest that time, you can receive amazing dividends. Is that the term? I'm not a financial person. If you are and you know, let me know. But that's the impression that I'm getting here today. Wow. The mind is such a powerful thing. We can convince ourselves sometimes that nothing has happened when so many things are. Even if you aren't able to perceive results in one particular type of way, let's say monetarily, you're receiving an experience. You're growing in other ways. So you're being encouraged not to worry. Those who love and care for you, and you yourself, you're putting in that effort. Your time is not being wasted. So take that out of your mind. Because even if you haven't grown in one particular area, I want you to honestly think, wait, have I seen returns in other areas? In my journey, have I been growing? Because that's progress. Growth is progress. And growth can take form in so many different ways. Keep at it. We're not able to see these things always overnight. Just as you can't always see, time-lapse cameras exist for a reason, right? We know plants are growing. We know that they grow. We do see a difference over chunks of time, but we don't see those minute changes that happen all the time, even within ourselves. So things are always changing. Nothing ever stays the same. And just because the changes that you're looking for are perhaps palatable at this particular moment, doesn't mean that they don't exist. They are happening. Just keep at it. Your efforts are not being wasted. I repeat, Rose Quartz group, there's nothing to worry about. Your efforts are not being wasted. You will reap the benefits and the rewards of whatever it is that you're working on. Just keep at it. And know that in your heart, even if you haven't perhaps reached the type of growth in a particular way that you are working towards, you haven't reached at this particular point, you are growing in other ways. You are benefiting in other ways. And eventually, the way in which you have been worrying about will come to fruition. So as I look at this entire reading, I can't help but think that, this is all related. Perhaps there's something that you want to pursue. You don't have all the information. You're being encouraged to ask for help because you do have someone around you or something around you that can really prove to be a benefit. You're being encouraged to really pursue this thing and not to worry about perhaps pleasing others. It's okay for you to go for something that is true to you, even if others don't understand. And you can be strong in your content of character that this is something that is okay for you to go for, and not to worry, even if you don't see the benefits or the growth that you have would like at this particular moment, know that with time, energy, and perseverance, you will get the results that you are working towards. I hope you have a lovely day. I hope all of you have enjoyed your reading. And if this resonated with you or helped you in your day, let me know how below, or just give me like a thumbs up. I would love to connect with you, and have a great rest of your day.